Hey, welcome back to another Friday 5-Minute Magic Tips. DrShane, I'm here with a special guest. Molly, who's here today. Molly, what's your last name?
Breitenbach. Mollly Breitenbach.
Okay,
Yep.
Glad you said that.
I know.
So, just wanted to share a few things today about DPC. We're at an awesome conference down in Puerto Rico. Beautiful weather, it's awesome scenery. Too bad you guys aren't here. But we're at a conference learning about DPC and integrating DPC with employers and benefits folks and how to wrap plans around that. And so I want to hear from Molly because she's working with Antioch Med in Wichita, Kansas. Dr. Brandon Allman and their group.
Yep.
I want to learn how what you're doing for them and tell us your story and how that's working out.
Yep. So Antioch Med is direct primary care clinic in Wichita, Kansas. We actually have a separate company, Candid Health Advisors, which is plan consulting, benefits consulting. I am not insurance by background. I'm CPA by training, practiced publicly for about 13 years, but have been a fan of direct primary care. Been a member, my family and I have been members for almost 8 years. So big fan of the model. Moved down to Wichita and really have just known Antioch for a long time, known Brandon for a long time, and we've always had really interesting conversations about the benefits industry and healthcare and health insurance industry in general. And I was frustrated enough with the system to totally do a career pivot and make it my full-time career. So that's what we're doing. Yeah.
So the biggest thing is tell me about how when you go out to employers,
Sure.
how you're connecting, how you're finding them, are they finding you? A little bit about all that.
Yeah, a lot of them find us, and a lot of it stems from maybe one or two people in the company already doing something like DPC, and then bringing it to their employer and saying, "This is awesome." That's how we find some of them. Some of them is just education, because I think it's interesting. You and I know all about DPC, and so I think we get a little bit under the impression that everyone knows what DPC is, but that's really just not the case. I think you'd find a lot, especially in the business community, people don't even understand the concept or know what it is. But once you've taken the time to explain it, everyone is always like, "What is this? How do we do this? Tell me more." So I think if you're not getting people coming to you, just going out and not assuming that people know what it is and really doing that education piece yourself.
So do you have any magic tips for our DPC brethren out there about education? Because that is a huge monster that we all deal with when we go try to meet with employers. And I always tell people, make sure you got the right people in the room, because if you're talking to an HR who really doesn't care, they're just going to blow you off. But any good tips on education?
Yes.
What do you do?
So always make sure a physician is at the meeting. It tends to humanize things a little bit more. I know when we are rolling out plans, so you have an open enrollment meeting where this is oftentimes the first time you're presenting the idea of DPC to employees. So bringing a physician actually on site really makes it so those people feel a little bit more comfortable, because what you're going to run into is anytime you do something that's a little different than your traditional Blue Cross United plan, people are going to get nervous. Even if you're layering DPC on top of your regular Blue Cross plans, people get nervous. They think you're trying to sell them something that's just cheap and inferior, so you really have to promote the benefits. And I think we found that actually bringing physicians there on site really helps get the message across.
That's awesome. Those are good tips to get started. Hope you guys got some good information on this. Check out Antioch Med in Wichita, Kansas. I know you can find them online. They're doing some really cool things in Kansas, talking with employers. So we're trying to learn more here. I'll keep sharing stuff. Hopefully have some more videos from the conference. Until then, you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. And we'll see you next time. And keep the DPC magic going.